Okay. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Yoga for Bone Health. Let's get started. Sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulty here. Oh, my video is all over, but okay, let's just do that. Okay, we'll just do the best we can. All righty. Join me on the mat. So we'll come and stand in mountain pose. Maybe stretch up the face, circle the wrists, rock a bit back and forth on the ankles, a little rolling of the shoulders, stretch up the face, all that good stuff. Excuse me, until we find ourselves where we can just kind of settle into the body, into Tadasana, feet hip distance apart. Just allow your arms to rest at your sides, rising up through the crown of the head as you ground your feet down into the earth, just gently lifting the navel. Heart is lifted, and then maybe bringing hands, just to bring in the hands to touch at the body. It's an extra sense here of of being here with the body, coming out of the mind, this existence in the head, and bringing that attention, that awareness into the body so that we may know our bodies better. And so that we may know the tendency of the mind better. Let's just set an intention today to really bring, as much friendliness and caring towards yourself as we move through these challenging movements, challenge our body. And then we'll release and bring the arms down. Start rolling the shoulders forward and up, back and down. Stretch out the face, maybe rock from side to side a bit. Start bringing that attention right into the shoulders, letting go of whatever happened before this moment. Just really letting yourself be here and now with the shoulders. All right, let's take the arms now and inhale, reach them up to the sky. Let's just do a little exhale over to the side. Inhale up, and a little exhale over to the side. Inhale, reach up, slight bend in the knees, forward fold, stick the butt up and back. Good, inhale, reach up. Let's exhale over to the side again. Inhale up, and exhale to the side. Inhale up, and then that final forward fold with bent knees, just push the hips back, tabletop shape. And then we'll just inhale, rise up, stretch out the face some more. Good. Take our arms here in front. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring them down. Switch it over. Inhaling up. And exhale, down. We'll repeat. Get curious about the sensation here in the body. What are you noticing? Great. Some nice big shoulder rolls. Stretch out the face. Good. And just get watery. Good. Arms out, internally rotating one shoulder as we externally rotate the other. Look over at the open palm, and then we'll switch. Moving at your pace, rolling the shoulder forward and back. Enough for you to just notice that nice stretch through the shoulder girdle, breathing in and out. And then exhale, release. Again, stretch out the face. Let's get watery. Good. Floating arms up to the sky. Big breath in. And then exhale. Fingertips down to the shoulder. One elbow up, one elbow down. And inhale up and exhale. over to the other side, and there's always that option to grab onto the fingertips and just explore that stretch. We're gonna do another side bend with this. Inhale the arms up, exhale over, and then just kind of sink the hip over to the side just a few times. And then back up to center and then over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's interlace our fingers behind our back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you lift the heart. Press through the wrists any amount. And then release. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. And release. Squeeze, lift the heart. And release. Roll out the shoulders some more. Stretch it out. Okay, one final shoulder stretch here. Let's take our right arm on top, inhaling and exhale. Lead with the elbow, gaze, heart, and belly are forward. We're going to move over to the same side. Do that 3 times. Have that little shoulder action. Switch the top arm and lead again with the elbow. Nice. And release. Take the feet somewhat wider, toes a little bit out into the corner. We'll just come into a standing twist, any amount, going your pace. And you can, really give yourself some swinging arms here, spaghetti arms, or just moving nice and slowly, really listening to and responding to the body's energy level today. We'll do one more. And release, roll out the shoulders some more. Okay, we are going to do a little bit, get the heart rate going a little bit more. So take the feet a little bit wider. Okay, we're gonna sink down, inhale. And then when we rise up, come up on one foot, kind of, and kick your opposite glute with your foot. Inhale, exhale. And then if you want, we can reach up and down. Up and down. And again, your pace. If you want to just do the legs, that's fine. Listening to your energy level. If you want to go faster, slower, you do you. One more. Great. Stretch out the face. Okay, reach forward into a squat and exhale, pull back. Reach forward and pull back. Toes are pointed forward. Sinking down as far as you can. Spread the shoulder blades away, squeeze them together. Reach, pull, reach, pull, and release. Good. Final side body. Goddess squat here. Inhale, sink. Exhale, reach across. Inhale, sink. And exhale, reach across. Really pushing into the ball of the foot as you extend through the fingertips. One more on each side. And lifting the navel. Nice work. Okay, let's come to our chair. Let's just do a little cat-cow here. So turn and face the chair. Wrists under the shoulders, ankles under the hips, slightly bend the knees and turn your sit bone up to the sky. Look up, inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. So yes, focusing on the spinal movement here, this rounding and arching. But also when you bend the knees and lift the hips up, we really want to explore that stretch along the back of the legs. So taking your time to do that. So when you drop the belly, gaze up, really bend the knees and lift the hips up so that we get this stretch in two directions along the back of the legs. Okay, inhale, we'll rise up. Exhale, so coming into sun salutation, you can do it facing the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. I'll demo with the back. We'll walk back, reach forward, breathing in and out. And start to sway side to side at the shoulders. Just remembering our intention for our practice today and really bringing that kindness and friendliness to yourself. Bend the knees, pedal the pelvis. You know, so that when we are here practicing together like this, it's, you know, it's enjoyable. You can feel good about yourself no matter what your energy level is. Inhale, step forward with one foot, one or both arms up to the sky. And just relieving yourself of any judgment for any given day. Loading the arms up. Exhaling, release them back. We'll do that one more time on each side. Sometimes, you know, we can think about our workouts, they're almost like punishments, right? It's like, oh my God. Or at least in the past, it's been like that for me. But when we bring this really nice, friendly and open, non-judgmental approach to working out, being with the body, inhale, right foot forward, left foot out to the side, then it can just be much more of an enjoyable experience. Okay, hands out, palms up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let's squeeze the thighs together, lift the navel, lift the arches of the feet, inhaling. And then exhale, tuck the chin, back of the hands together. And inhale, lift. And just repeating that a few times. And really coming into this movement like this is a beautiful gift you're giving your body. And the body will thank you. Okay, last one. All right, hands come back. And we'll step back, forward. Inhale, left foot forward, right to the side, right foot to the right slightly. We'll bring one arm up, one arm back. Really reaching up and down through the fingertips and back at the same time with both hands. And then at your pace, at your own pace, shifting from one side to the other and seeing if you could really get curious about this movement and how this opposite movement like just noticing the sensation in the body, like what the muscles are doing, like why we do this, why would we do this? Bringing the hands down, turn that back to a forward, stepping back, forward fold. Stretch at the feet, maybe bend the knees, maybe sway the hips, and then walk your feet to the back of the chair. And we'll come to sit. And I'll invite you to get your heaviest weights, as I usually recommend for these exercises on the chair, because we're a little bit more supported in the chair, so we can handle a little bit more weight. Having said that, this first one, we're taking our weight over the head, focusing on core and lifting one leg at a time. And if you're not comfortable with your heaviest weight overhead, that's totally fine. You can switch it over, providing you feel like you are really lifting something. There is some effort there. So just finding that line between like effort and safety. Right? Push through, retract, lower down, lift, push, retract, lower down, hug the ribs in together and lift the navel. Make sure the shoulders are drawn down and not touching the ears. Okay, and release, we'll bring that down. Okay, yeah, feeling that fully in the shoulders. I'm gonna grab that other heavy weight. Bring the weight to the knees. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold as far over as I can. Now taking the arms down at your side. Inhale, exhale, pull up. This is like a rowing action. Shoulder blades draw away from each other. Shoulder blades squeeze into each other. So it's not just biceps, it's the whole upper back. This is one of those important exercises that's going to help with maintaining like a really upright posture, help fight that bit of gravity that creates that rounding and that like the base of the neck. Now take the weights to the knee. Inhale, rise up. Now I'm going to put one of the weights down. We're going to do our left side, right side modified pistol squat. So coming forward in the chair, let's extend our right leg out and our left knee is at 90 degrees. Taking the weight, whether it's your heaviest or your lightest or even no weight, again, check out your energy level today. What we're going to do is inhale, fold forward, push into this leg, into the heel. Exhale, push up, glute squeezes forward, hip comes forward, and reversing exactly as we came down into that forward fold and then rise up. So inhale, push into that foot that's connected to the floor. Inhale, exhale, that's the biggest effort. Inhale, exhale, exhale. And push. Last one. And release. Switch it over. Inhale, push into the heel. Exhale, rise. Inhale, sit back. Exhale, return. Inhale, push into the heel. Okay. Push into the heel of the right foot. Getting a nice big stretch through the hamstring of the opposite leg. And release. Great. I'm just going to stay in this direction. Lift this weight over my head again, just so you can see the alignment of wrists over shoulders. Okay, and see how my back is bent a little bit there? When I say hug in, I don't know if you can see the difference, like hug in, the ribs and the belly. Lift, push, back and down, opposite side. So this has a lot to do with the legs, but having the weight over your head like this, really forcing yourself to hug in at the ribs and draw the navel up. It's a lot of core work. All in one. Okay, last one. Okay, nice and easy. Just take a moment, take a breath. And then shifting over to pick up that other heavy weight in a safe way. Weights are forward, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Bring the weights down to your side. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades as you lift. And so we're not lifting anything overhead in this moment, which is another why I was suggesting going heavy, even though it's arms. But this is in a very nice, easy alignment that is, less likely to create any kind of injury from this. Last one. Good, take the weight to the knees. Rise up, we're gonna drop one of the weights down and then we'll do our final pistol squats here. So grabbing onto any weight, bringing it in close, and we do this also so that we're not using our arms to create momentum to lift up and down. We don't want to rob our glute of the opportunity to get stronger. So let's extend that right leg forward, inhale, press into the left heel, exhale, squeeze that glute forward, hip forward, inhale, and exhale. So I should say this extended leg, I know I'm showing mine is extended and straight, but it can have a slight bend in it, especially if your hamstring is tight. Not a problem, modify as you need to. And really squeeze the glute as you rise up, lift it up, push it forward. And release, just take a pause. And inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. And release. Good. Let's move that out of the way. We are going to use our chair, possibly, for this one. And grab either your medium or heavy weight. Just one. Let's take it to the left side. We're going to take our right hand to the back of the chair. Feet are in mountain pose, hip distance. Now, weight is on the left. We're going to roll that shoulder forward and up. So we're having that, we're like engaged as opposed to like letting it bring us asymmetrical. Now with that same left foot, we're going to step back and kind of balance on the ball of that foot. Squeeze the thighs together and make any little adjustments so that if you need to bring the chair in closer, fine. The other option is that once you find your balance, you can take your hand to your hip. So we're going to inhale and hammer curl, just taking the weight right to the shoulder and bringing it down. Okay, I'm just going to show you on the side. Now, if you wanted to, you could take the arm out to the side. Now keep pressing into that back heel, lift the back thigh. So I'm putting you in a position that's like a little bit tippy and putting a heavy weight to one side, and you got to move it. So intentional, this is intentional for stability. Last one there. Okay, and release. Switch the weight over to the right side, step back, find that nice kind of semi-wide stance, knee over ankle, press into the back heel and lift that back thigh up, grow tall, inhale, exhale. So you can use the chair for balance, you can hover, you can have one finger, you can have arm out to the side, arm on the hip, whatever it takes. And just notice that as you make the balance part more challenging, you have to like draw in through the core. Lift that back thigh, press in the back heel, knee over ankle. Biceps getting some nice work here. Okay, release. Step forward and let go. Okay, grab 2 medium weights. Should turn that first. And we're going to continue our deadlifting series. So we've moved in a variety of different ways through our deadlift series. And so last week it was 2 weights with 1 foot down. And so this time I'm going to offer 2 more stability. So take our palms so that they're touching our thighs. And we're going to take our left foot and just come onto the ball of the foot. Growing tall, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Keep the heart nice and open. Inhale, shaving the legs on your way down. Shut the door or that kind of closet behind you with your butt behind. And inhale, rise up, squeeze the glute. Inhale down. And exhale up. Now the option here is to take this leg that is bent and lift it behind you. And bring it forward. With all of those things that we have been working on, to remember. So shoulders are engaged, heart is lifting forward. Our standing leg bends slightly as we lift, and we're shaving our legs with our weights. Only coming to about tabletop. This is going to be the last one, and if you get tippy, that's when we bring in the kindness and the compassion, the friendliness, switching over to the other side. Inhale down. Now, if you're kind of like, I don't know what's going on, my balance is just a little bit off today, and just keep the ball of the foot down today. Try it next time. Just more stability work. Probably feeling it in the ankles, a little bit of the weebles wobbles at the ankles. That is your ankles getting stronger. Okay, last one. And exhale, whew, release. Okay, maybe keeping these medium weights. We're gonna do some side lunging. So take the feet nice and wide, toes out into the corner. We've done this one before, where we just lean to one side and we cross and we just drop one weight down. Then we bend the knee and we lean over to the other side and drop it down. And then we come back and we pick it up. Pick it up like you mean it, okay? We're gonna engage and hold here. Engage. And then drop. And drop. Now, when you come up, push into the ball of the foot. This time when you come up, push into the heel. So it's just interesting. Just play around with that. What do you notice when you kind of push into the different part of the foot? And basically it just changes the focus from the front to the back, right? So push into the ball of the foot. You're getting quads. Push into the heel. You're getting booty. Back of the leg. One more time, we'll pick them up. And release. Turn the toes in. And bring the feet together. Okay, let's just take this one medium weight. Second time around, we can always go heavier, but we're gonna put it overhead. So I'm thinking medium, but you choose, you do yours. I'm just gonna do a little crunch. So I will say, if you want, you can have the chair on the side that you're not holding the weight. Inhale. Exhale, and so we're going to take our elbow toward the knee. They don't have to touch, just reach that leg back and exhale. Then exploring level of balance, level of challenge. When I extend my foot back, I'm squeezing my booty. Really push up to the sky. This is going to be the last one. And release. Set up for the other side. Okay, let's just step back with the opposite leg. Inhale. Exhale. So I just want you to notice, I'm not twisting my body here at all. I'm hugging in, and I'm just moving like a slight twist, elbow toward knee. And again, they don't have to touch, just in that same toward each other direction. And exploring stability and balance within this asymmetrical movement. Squeeze the glute, last one. Nice work. Whew. Okay. Back to the first one, where we're going to do our lunge and our hammer curl. I am going to recommend the heavy weight, but remember, you do you, and do it with confidence, you know. You don't need to give anybody an excuse for a reason to like scale down or to scale up. You just make the choice. So using the chair for balance, we're going to step back. So this is my left hand. I'm going to step back with my left foot. I'm going to make little adjustments. And it's like my legs are in the cross-country ski tracks. Roll the shoulder up, lift the heart, press the back thigh up. Inhale, hammer curl. And here we go. Exploring stability and balance. More asymmetrical weightlifting, weight resistance training, combined with stability and balance. You can always take the arm out to the side. Lift the arches of the feet, lift the navel, lift the heart. Last one. And release. Well, let's switch the weight over first. Cross-country ski track, come onto the ball of the foot. Lift the back thigh up to the sky, grow tall, inhale, exhale. Squeeze. And squeeze. Stretch out the face. And squeeze. Grow tall. And squeeze. 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 Last one. And squeeze. Good. Release. Whew. Move that out of the way. Okay, back to our deadlifts. I just like to have the face of the chair kind of facing me in the deadlift in case I needed to put my hands here for stability. So grabbing the weights that feel comfortable to you. So I had suggested mediums last time. I'm going to go with a heavy this time. I feel like that I think that that's an okay challenge for me today. I'm going to take my palms touching the thighs, lift the heart, roll the shoulders up and back. Just bend the left knee slightly, go onto the ball of the foot in line with the heel. Keeping my heart lifted. Push the hips back, close the door behind you. Inhale. Exhale, rise up, squeeze the glutes. And inhale. Just halfway down the shin, max. Now, adding a little bit more for balance and stability. Bring all of your weight into the right foot and lift the left foot back. And bring it back in and swing it in. With control, totally changes the whole dynamic of this. Last one. Keep the heart lifted. And release. Just shake that out. Palms to the thighs. Bend the other foot. We'll do a few like this and then your choice. Inhale. Push the hips back. And the tabletop. Exhale, rise up. Inhale. Push the hips back. So this same leg movement for when we lift the back leg up, we still push the hips back, lift the back leg, and rise up. So This is when you can kind of observe one side to the other. And this is the last one. And release. I'm going to drop those down. I'm going to grab those medium weights for the side lunges. So taking the feet nice and wide, toes out into the corners, roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Okay, we're going to put it down, let's push into the heel. Let's make it heel focused today, which will continue our focus on glutes. So we'll just keep pushing through the heel as we lift, push through the heel. Come down, push through the heel. Lower down, push through the heel. And just repeat, focusing on the glute, doing the work. Staying connected with the breath. Stopping whenever you need to. This will be second to last round. Keep pressing into the heel to help lift you up. Now this is the last one. Bring those feet together. And I'm going to lower down one and keep the other one in my hand. Okay, so I've got the weight in my right hand, lifting it up overhead. Left hand here on the chair if need be, and left leg standing behind, lift the navel. Inhale, exhale, push up and down. And then explore balance, maybe one finger, maybe hover the hand, maybe out to the side, or at the waist. Whatever kind of helps you create a moderate amount of challenge, okay? Last one. Switching over. Inhale. Exhale, bringing elbow and knee toward each other as you push that weight back up to the sky. And again, exploring stability and balance within your own boundaries, right? Everybody's, boundary is going to be slightly different. Just really paying attention to yours. And just not going beyond, right? We don't go beyond the boundary. This is going to be the last one. And release. Woo. Okay. I'm going to come down onto the floor. I'm going to take my shoes off. So, as usual, we're going to grab our heaviest weights to bring them up to this end. And then just bring the medium ones just in case we need them. Bringing your feet to the top of the mat. Reach your arms forward, scrolling down, or just simply coming over to your side, lying down, and then moving onto the back. Stretch out the face. I'm going to hug in the knees, squeezing for the toes. Big breath in. Big breath out. Roll the shoulder. Roll the ankles. Circle the ankles. Circle them the other way. 1 to 10 flex. Okay. Roll over. Grab one of those heavy weights. Just one. Take your hand on one at each end. Extend the arms up to the sky. So we're still going to make sure there's a bit of a tucking of the shoulder, tucking of the chin. Now lift your knees over the hips and point your toes. Draw the navel down towards the floor and hug in the ribs. Now, honestly, holding this in itself is challenging, okay? So I'm just gonna offer just a few options here. So you can hold here, really concentrating on bringing the navel down and hugging the ribs in. The other option is moving, just extending your left leg on a diagonal and then bringing it back in. Same side. Just do that 5 times. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keep pressing that navel down. Switch over to the other side. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Bring the feet down. Drop the heavy weight down, just placing it on the pelvis. Tuck the shoulders under. Okay, tuck the chin. You can keep your hands just gently on the weight as we inhale. Exhale, lift your hips all the way up to the sky, squeezing the glutes, and inhale down. Exhale, lift, and inhale down. Exhale, lift, inhale down. Exhale, lift. Just a few more of these. Focus again on the glutes, on the hamstring. Last one. Good. And release. We're going to take that same weight, heavy weight, but you do you. If you want to change it over, extend it up overhead like you did before. Draw the navel down. Lift the shins so that they're parallel and the knees are over the hips. Okay. Now really press down into the low back. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to take both toes down, tap them down, lift them up. Tap them down and lift them up. Now, if you're like, my low back does not like that, do left side, right side. But we are not bending at the knee. We are dropping the legs down at the hip joint. Okay. And this weight, it's almost like acting like a counterbalance so that we can drop that down. We're just gonna do one more. This is a lot, I know. Really focusing on core. We're gonna bring that weight down, right back down onto the hip, and we're gonna do some more hip thrusters here. So inhaling, exhale, push the hip up. Inhale down, and exhale, push up. Stretch at the face. Breathing in and out. In and out. So a few more times. Last one. And down. Okay. So this final one is going to be a bit of a challenge. You can always choose just to go back to the first option, which is just holding head over weight, maintaining knees over hips, or extending the legs diagonally, left, right, or dropping the foot. But this is just a little bonus. Reach the arms up. Shins are parallel, point the toes, knees are over the hips, and really tuck the tailbone so the low back is flush with the floor. And we are going to inhale, drop both toes down. Exhale, lift them up. Now, bend at the elbows, take the weight to the head, skull crusher, lift it back up. Lower down, lift up. Bend the elbows, lift up. Hinge at the hips, toes down, bend at the elbows, and up. And if you really want to get fancy, doing it both at the same time. Lower down, lift up. And if it's not a today thing, it can wait. It can wait, it's not going anywhere. So finding what works for you, I'm only gonna do one more of these, that's pretty intense. Release. Take that weight and roll it over to the side. Good. All right, hug the right knee in and push the left heel away, possibly taking forehead to the knee, squeeze the leg into the torso. Squeeze and spread the toes, stretch out the face. Take that leg a little bit over to the right. And then a little bit over to the left. Come back to center. Switch sides, squeeze the knee into the chest. Maybe forehead to knee, and then release, squeeze and spread the toes. Circle a bit. Take that leg a little over to the left. Take it a little over to the right. Stretch out that booty, we really worked today. And then bring it back to center. Feet as wide as the mat, knees bent, arms at the side. Slow windshield wiper. Feet up, knees out, hands, shins, ankles are the outsides of the feet for happy baby. Rocking or creating resistance, really getting into that leg joint. Slowly bringing the soles of the feet together, knees come out to the side. Legs up, push the heels up as much as you can, and then bring them back down toward each other, knees bent. Extend them up to the sky, any amount, and bring them back in. Extend up and back in. Good, feet down, arms at the sides. Let's bring your knees all the way to the right, look left. Breathe into the left rib cage. Take the left foot, position it, just kind of play around with it, almost like you're kind of circling like a semicircle around, just to optimize and explore this stretch with a bent leg or a straight leg or a combination. We just want to really explore this big stretch through the hip in a variety of different angles. And then taking your foot back down, returning the knees to center, realign the spine. Feet are still wide, knees are still bent. Drop the knees to the left, look to the right. Start breathing into the right rib cage. And then playing around with that right leg, circling it, half circle around. Foot could be down, extended. And just finding that spot where that says, oh, there it is. That's the stretch. And sometimes it's not obvious. You gotta play around a little bit. This, like my right side, I really have to reach around. The left side, it's a lot more easy to find the stretch. So just giving yourself permission to explore that. And then we'll bring the legs back to center one last time. Let's hug in the knees, bring the forehead to the knees if that's possible. Just get really, really small. And then slowly release down. Coming into your shape, preferred shape for relaxation, for Shavasana. Corpse pose is the other name for it. So our body is still. And ultimately, the mind reflects the stillness of the body. And we draw our attention to focus in on the breath, flowing in and out of the body. So I had just a little bit of a technical difficulty when I started this class, so I just will go a little bit past 11 o'clock. And I know some people have to move on with the rest of the day, so please do so. But if you want the full Shavasana, I'll just be wrapping up a couple of minutes after our usual time. But at least spending these next few moments observing the breath, the chest rising and falling, expansion and contraction. And then kind of covering yourself with a blanket of kindness as you rest the body. And perhaps covering yourself with another blanket of gratitude towards your body. Remembering that there is so much more going right with your body than there is wrong with the body. So appreciating all the things that are going right. And just acknowledging the things that maybe aren't quite what you hope or what you wish for. And we can just acknowledge remembering that we are human. And there's no such thing as perfection. Accepting things as they are in this moment. Final blanket of compassion. Breathing in. And with each exhalation, just letting go of whatever you need to let go of. Even if you don't know what it is. Breathing in a nice big breath and exhaling, just letting go. Just letting yourself be. And having one more great big breath in. And exhaling, just let that breath wash away all the things that are not serving you. When you're ready, bringing some movement into the feet, toes, hands, the face. Inhaling arms up overhead if that feels good to you for a great big stretch. Oh, nice exhale out the mouth. Your own time, bending the knees, bringing the arms in towards the chest, and we'll roll over to one side. Taking your time. Moving with awareness, staying present as we slowly push up. Onto seated posture of your choice, including the chair, if you want to move back to the chair. So allowing yourself to adjust to this upright position, maintaining your inner focus, inviting you to bring your hands to heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for taking care of yourself in this way. Seal in with the unifying Om as we inhale together. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you soon.